Hi guys, it's Inspirational Nails. So I'm coming to show you a DIY that I have done, and these are nail paint palettes that I have made. So I have seen there is one that is very popular, but it is kind of pricey. So I have decided to make my own, and I wanted to show you these because they are so easy to make and you can be really creative in making your own nail paint palette. So I have a few different ones that I've made, and the reason why I've made a few different ones is because depending on what I'm painting with or decorating my nails with, whether it's nail polish or if I'm using acrylic paints or if I'm using LED lighting polishes, so it just depends. You know, I do have one for kind of different things that I'm doing. But they're really fun to make. So what I did was I did go to my craft store and I found these kind of their necklace charms, and what's great about it is that, see, it has a deep well on them, and it's of course for you to decorate, to put whatever you want to make it into a necklace charm. But for me it is perfect so that you can put nail polish or you can put any acrylic paints and use it as a paint palette. The other thing you can use this for is if you have rhinestones and you're putting it on your nails. And what I did was I put a ring base on the back, so that when I'm doing my nails I can easily, you know, use this as my palette in order to decorate not only my nails but my clients' nails. And it works really well when you're doing clients' nails because you have them really close to you and you're able to use the palette versus having to really move more. Here you're at a tighter and you're able to decorate and do whatever you have to do closer to the nail with having a palette next to you. So what I like about this one here, and not only that it's my favorite, that it's a heart. For those of you who know, I am a heart lover, so this is just right up my alley. Now, I was going to remove this piece right here because by removing this, it just really looks super cute. But by having this hook comes in handy because I have these little hook things that you can on my shelf underneath my wall shelf, and I hook it there and just kind of to display them. And let me tell you, it definitely is a conversation piece. Everyone that sees these absolutely love them and ask me tons of questions about them. So, you know, I'm kind of like, do I remove it? Do I not remove it? You know, it comes in handy. But one of the things is that when you wear it like this, you can wear it as a ring as well. And I wore it and I got a lot of attention by it because it's different. So I really love this. Okay, so this is the first one that I made, and again, really simple. What I did was I got a ring backing and I did put an extra, you know, bezel on top of the ring so that it definitely is sturdy. You could see that. It is not going anywhere. And I used the 6000 glue. It's a very common glue and it's easy to find at the craft store. So it's a great glue for especially when you're using jewelry and things like that. So that's what I used. Okay, then the next one that I made is this one here. Now this one again is another necklace one, and this one I love because it has like textured inside of it. I thought that was so cool, and I didn't want to lose that. I really wanted to be able to see that. So I got these little bottle caps, and these are amazing and work so well, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you know, you can put not only like nail polish in here, or if you have rhinestones that you're putting, but you can use the sides also as dishes, you know, to put anything that you're using or nail polish. What I like about this one as well as my heart one is that, let me show you, when you have your brush and let's say you're dabbing into whatever your nail polish or your acrylic paints, you can, you know, wipe off the accent right there. And with these, the same. You know, you have all these grooves where you can take off whatever you don't want, as in the paint wise, you know, so you definitely can really play with these and have fun. Now this one here, I did not make a nail backing on this one. I chose to leave it like this, and again I decided to leave the hook on because I hook it on my shelf, and again, another conversation piece. I wore this as a necklace charm just the way it is, and wow, it gets a lot of attention. That mirror, you know, effect just gets a lot of attention because it has that glare, that mirror glare. Okay, and then the next one, this one's a really simple one. It's a small one, and I made this one especially if this one's more, I could use it for anything, for paint or something, or if I'm using rhinestones and I have rhinestones here and I'm, you know, placing it on my nail or on a client's nail, it's easy to just use this as like a little dish and that it's closer to your finger. And again, I love these because you're able to, you know, make them smaller, make them bigger to fit whatever finger you're going to use it on. Okay, so that's this one. And again, all I did use was these little bottle caps. I love these little bottle caps. Let me show you. These are the little bottle caps that I got. I got these at Tuesday morning, and it was $1.49 with 20% off. So you cannot beat that, and it comes with a whole bunch of them. So I've used them for a lot of different things as well, and I have still a lot in here. And see, they're just little perfect little dishes, especially for paint. You know, I didn't want to go any smaller than this because, you know, you want something that you're able to, you know, put a couple of good enough drops into the little dish, and you have enough to work with when you're doing, especially, you know, 10 fingers, you know, so it does work so well. So definitely, you know, look into these because they are perfect. And again, they're like little bottle caps. See, they're called bottle caps. And the next one that I'm going to show you is this one here, which I haven't finished yet. And this was just, it's just a cylinder, okay? And I'm going to use this as a paint palette as well. I'm going to leave it just like this because this one I kind of want to use for like acrylic paints, and I don't want to go ahead and put little dishes on top, which you can, you know, you can take the bottle caps and glue them on top all the way around, and maybe one in the middle or whatever you want to do. Again, it's just really fun to make these. Definitely you have so much variety in making these little nail paint palettes. And this is the back bezel that I'm going to use to glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take my glue, and I will put a lot. You don't want to put too much, but you want to put enough where, see how there is definitely a little lift here, so you want to make sure you put enough so that when you glue it, it is going to adhere really well. And one thing about when you use the 6000 glue, I don't have it around me unfortunately at the moment, but when you use that glue, you want to leave it for 24 hours when you're doing something like this. So I would suggest that you leave it alone once you glue it, and just let it be until the next day. It doesn't really need to be 24 hours, but at least the next day, to make sure that it's really secure and it's not going anywhere. Another tip, you want to make sure when you put on the bezel, you put it on the way you want it to sit on your finger, to make sure that it's the right way, especially with things like this. Like if I would have put it this way, I would have not have been happy. That's not the way I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be the long way. Just because I'm a lefty, so for me it is easier to go this, you know, like to work with the palette being this way for me, especially if I'm using this kind of as my, you know, remover to with the paints, with the access of it, excess. Okay, so I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you know, if you make one, you know, comment below, or if you've made one, let me know what you've used, maybe something different besides this. And I hope you enjoy this. It's something a little bit different, and I hope you like. Until next one, bye.